And now it's time for a preview of an upcoming game by Tom Vasel.
I hold in my hands here Hoplomachus, the Lost Cities. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I'm probably not. I looked it up online but couldn't find anywhere. But I do know that it's the Greek for gladiator, basically. This is the Lost Cities. It was on Kickstarter last year and successfully finished. This is the final product of the Kickstarter campaign. And today we're talking about this Hoplomachus, the Rise of Rome, which is a sequel/expansion for this game. You'll be able to use them together. Now, I don't have a prototype copy of the game that's currently on Kickstarter, but since it's going to look very similar to this product, we can show you the final product, and so you have the opportunity to see how the components are going to look. And the gameplay is very similar, so let me show you. The game comes with piles of poker chips, and these are chips that you'll use for hit chips when you put one of your gladiators out on the board. For example, this gladiator here has 10 hit points, so I'll put 10 chips underneath him. And as he loses hit points, we take those chips away. So it's kind of a visual effect to see how close the person is to death. Those chips are good quality. They're just basically plastic, but these other chips, the poker chips, are really nice. They have a very heavy feel. They have nice laser engraved artwork on them. They're just really impressive chips. You are going to take an army. So maybe I'll take, for example, Atlantis or the El Dorado army, and you're going to fight someone else in a one-on-one battle. You actually can also play a cooperative game where you fight against some monsters who are released or animals that are released into the arena and you fight them. But you're going to have a champion who is going to start in your starting area, and this champion is deactivated. He has an activated, which is colorful, and a deactivated side. And then you will also draw, you'll put all your chips into a bag, and then you will draw 4 of those chips and place them in front of you, face down, so your opponent can't see them. And then on your turn, you're able to play one of those chips, which if it's a gladiator, you can put it out in one of your starting arena, starting spots where they come out, and you'll bring them out with the number of chips that he has. Or it's a tactic chip, which is kind of like a special ability that you can play. And then you'll draw another chip, and you don't want to use all your chips because once you've run out of chips, your hero, your champion will start losing health. So you have to win quickly and decisively in this game. Once you bring out a gladiator, they can't move once they come out, but on the turn after they come out, you'll be able to start moving them and attacking with them. Let's take a look, for example, at this sample gladiator. Now you'll notice that this gladiator here has red hearts here. That's the number of hit points he has. Then underneath that is his range, so he can attack only people that are adjacent to him. He has a green 1 there next to a foot. That's he can move 1 spot. And then he has a tactics of 1. That means when he's playing a tactic chip, for example, this chip says add 2 health to a friendly non-champion unit. Now I can use that on him, but if he was going to try to play a chip on someone else, he could only do it 1 chip away. He also has some special abilities, intercept blow, which means if someone attacks someone next to him, he can take the blow instead of them, and reposition instead of attacking, he can move an extra space. And then it shows a black die there. He uses a black die to attack. Now in this game are black, yellow, and blue dice. The black has a hit symbol on 5 of the 6 sides. The blue has it on 3 of the 6 sides, and the yellow on 2 of the 6 sides. In the Kickstarter that we're talking about right now, The Rise of Rome, there's also a green die which has it on 4 of the 6 sides. So there's different amounts that you will have. If you move within range of someone, you can attack them. You roll the dice, and for the hits, each hit symbol that you roll, they will lose chips. Now the goal of this game is to reach these 2 spots here in the center. Those 2 spots, if you stand on them, if you're on them at the beginning of your turn, you will get crowd favor points. Also, every time you kill an opponent's gladiator, or in a cooperative game you kill an opponent, you kill one of the animals, you'll get crowd favor. We have a crowd favor track over here in which you get crowd favor and you keep track of it. Once it gets to the number 1 spot here, 2 things happen. Your champion is activated. He's really powerful, so that's great. And you also get this crowd favorite chip, which is a tactic chip that you can use. And once you get to the second spot up here, all deployment areas are active, which means you can deploy your guys on your opponent's side of the board, and you get another chip. Then once you get up to the third spot here, you get a yellow die added to all your attacks, and you get that chip. And once you get to the fourth spot, you get an extra gladiator that the crowd votes in, and they come in to help you. Your goal of the game is to take out your opponent's champion. You do that, you win. Or when you're playing the animals, to take out the mean, big, bad mega bosses, and you win together in that regard. Now, the expansion that we're looking at now, called Rise to Rome, has new armies, including Rome itself. And it will have a new arena, which is kind of in a more hexagonal shape, which will allow for great 2-on-2 battles, or even a free-for-all, every man for himself. There's new armies, there's new units, there's even a customizable crowd favor track in which you'll be able to customize the rewards you get at the different levels, and different ways to play, more units, etc. Everything fits really nicely in the box, and if you already have the original game, you'll notice that it has these brown tubes, and you can take those out to put in more maps. And there's easily room for more chips in this game. There's a lot of space in there, and everything is high quality. The board itself is made of, I call it mouse pad material. Very nice quality. The artwork you can see is gorgeous. We talked about poker chips. Kickstarter people get extra dice and extra things if you jump in on this now. Now I'll be doing a full review of the Lost Cities later on, but let me give you some quick highlights of this. It's a very light, tactical back and forth game that I really enjoy playing. I like using poker chips in games as pieces. They're heavy, they're high quality, they're fun to throw around and such. And using the extra red poker chips as life point tokens is a really good idea. It plays very quickly. I mean, I think the longest game of this I'd play has been 30 minutes. Back and forth, very easy. You go and you roll dice, and lots of fun. I played this with kids. They've had a great time. I played it with adults, and it works well in that situation too. The game I have currently is 2 or 3 players max, but the new one will let you go up to 4, and so there's that. So in just a moment, I'm going to show you a link to the Kickstarter on this. If you're interested in this and want to have some gladiator combat with poker chips and dice, then you can check that link out and support this project, Rise to Rome. And let me try to say the name one more time. Hoplomachus, or Hoplomachus, or Hoplomachus. Well, either way, it doesn't matter how you pronounce it. Check out this fun game.
Thanks for watching our review today. For more information about board games, as well as the #1 board game audio podcast, check out Dicetower.com for reviews, interviews, and more. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.